Tariki ni 14 mweri wa kenda mwaka ni wa 2023 ni muhoko wakwa ati muthenya waku ni gwainikirira wega na ni muhoko ati wakwa ati matanya maria utanyete muthenya wa umuthi ni maikorwo magikinyanira nie nani ni ndagiuka nigetha nguriogie bururi uyu ngumenyithie maria magithie na mbere kuhanika kana maria maikorwo makihanika muthenya wa umuthi etikira kugucia njongwa yaku nigetha ngorwo ngikwira maria toiko andiki aito a mohoro magitinda makirioga nigetha makumenyithie no mbere ndaya tobeto mukire mamwe wa maria tukuhari mamwe wa maria tukuhaririirie ni ati aria othe makuruhanitio na ndamathia ya Worldcoin ni makuroranwo na minister wa ugitiri wa thiini Kithure Kindiki kuga arutwo amwe thukuru-ini wa Kibokoni kugurara thutha wa nyumba ya toro kunyita mwaki nao atumia kuru Kirinyaga kuhambata kagi itemi ria kugacirithia micii yao. Etikira kwaraniria nanie mwana wa Facebook ni Muthingi TV ukoro kijira urirorera mutaburuko uyu ukire mwena uriko na riu tukirika mohoro-ini atwambiririe na cia minister wa ugitiri wa thiini Professor Kithure Kindiki ari mbere ya kamiti ya bunge ya gibururi ya guthurima uria ruhonge rwa Worldcoin rwambikire tabarira cia guku bururi-ini na ugitete rurenda ruru ni ugwati hari ugitiri wa bururi ari na hamwe na kuhotithia kana guhotithia ungumania wa kuona ruhonge rwa uramati wa kigina anirwo bengi ya CBK rutingihota guthurima muthiere wa besha rurenda-ini ruru irigitumika kurehe cieko cia ungumania guku bururi-ini uthuthuria kana Kithure akiranira ni ambikite uthuthuria baranginyo ari ni hamwe na kugweta mogwati maria magicungiririo ni rugwe ni magikorwo magicungiririo ni ruhonge ruru maina wa mucwe nuraikorwo gituhingurira mohoro hwaini wa umuthi.
Minister wa ugitiri wa thiini Professor Kithure Kindiki ari mbere ya kamiti ya bunge ya gibururi igimaine na uthuthuria wa Worldcoin niranire ati ministry yake ni yambikite uthuthuria baranginyo kuria nginyagia na riu aira 26 mandikithitie wira wao nacio macini cia kiriu iria ciahuthikaga kurogota data itakunyihira 48 na igarikia kuhithukio ni thirikari guku orbs ithatu iria cioyaga irore cia maitho igakorwo inengeranitwo labu-ini ya forensic guthurimwo makiria.
The orbs and electronic gadgets have been submitted to the Communications Authority and the Cyber Forensic Laboratory, and they are currently undergoing through forensic analysis.
Lab ino ya forensic irigirirwo gutabania uthuthuria na gutambura namba ya Kenya aria makorirwo makiheana irore cia maitho uhoti wa macini ici muhano wa data cia andu kiumbe iria ciakorirwo ikirogotwo ugwati hari ugima wa mwiri hari ni hamwe na gutambura kana hari na wikinae watwarithagio na mbere uria ari ugwati hari ugitiri wa bururi.
Whether the authorizations that are required under the law to carry out an activity of this nature had been obtained, and eventually to establish whether crimes under the law of Kenya were committed, and if so, prosecute those that would be found culpable.
Amugo mangeni nicio ciirigurire wari mwirige Kindiki augite kuri na uhotekeku wa wici wa besha hamwe na kuriha marihi kuria tabania awikinae kuona ruhonge ruru rutiramatagwo ni ruhonge rwa kuramata kigina nirwo bengi ya gibururi ya CBK undu uria uhotithagia ruhonge ruru kuruta na gutuma besha kuma account imwe nginyagia iria ingi mabururi-ini matiganite hatari kumenyeka. Kindiki agitariria tao.
Now, because cryptocurrency is not legal tender, and because cryptocurrency, as we speak, does not fall within the regulatory ambit of the Central Bank of Kenya, therefore, it is very difficult to oversight that space.
Uritu uria uriho na uria ukoretwo ukiheho cia ugitiri na uthuthuria thina gutaura thimo ino ni ati
Asset Recovery Agency is unable to trace the physical assets that can even be frozen. And I say so because the ability of government to trace assets and freeze them is an important tool in the fight against the financing of terror and the fight against money laundering.
Makiria na mwisho Kindiki arekireirie na kuga,
but now there is a fourth frontier of attack, and the nation can be attacked severely and perhaps even more disastrously, in a more disastrous manner from the cyberspace.
Hadoine Hamuthingi TV Riakwani Maina wa Mushwe.
Minister wogiteri wa thĩinĩ wa bũrũri Professor Kithure Kindiki augĩte atĩ ngahĩha cia mĩhaka gatagatĩ ga kaunti cia Meru na Tharaka Nithi cicũngagĩrĩrio nĩ wĩtahĩri wa mĩgũnda mũgarũ na watho ciĩko iria itabanagio nĩ maabitha aungumania ministry-inĩ ya mĩgũnda na arĩa maheanaga taitũ cia mĩgũnda kũrĩ andũ aungumania na makĩria ateti arĩa macogagĩra mũingĩ. Kindiki arĩtie maya arĩ mbere ya kamĩtĩ ya Senate ĩgiĩ mĩgũnda ũgitĩri na watho akiiga ũtheri-inĩ gĩtũmi kĩa ngahĩha icio cia o ihinda cia mĩhaka-inĩ o ta ũrĩa mwandĩki witũ Chege wa Njohi aratarĩria.
The status of the delimitation of boundaries.
Minister wa ugitiri wa thĩinĩ wa bũrũri Kithure Kindiki augĩte atĩ aikari a kaunti cia Meru na Tharaka Nithi makoretwo makĩhithũkanĩra kumana na ngucanio cia mĩgũnda ya thirikari na mũno makĩria nĩ thirikari gũcerithĩria mĩhang'o ya kũgaya mĩgũnda ĩyo kũrĩ mũingĩ ũrĩa ũbatiĩ kwĩgwatĩra.
These protracted disputes and the senseless violence and occasional loss of lives that we've witnessed has been land grabbing. And this land grabbing occurred over many years, whereby corrupt land officials gave title deeds to people who did not own the land to which they have title deeds.
Oho Kindiki nĩ akomithĩtie ateti arĩa macogagĩra mũingĩ wa kaunti icio cierĩ ndeto ĩrĩa ĩcũngagĩrĩra ngahĩha na makĩria akiuga atĩ andũ arĩa megwatĩire mĩgũnda ĩyo na arĩa mataikaraga hakuhĩ nayo nĩ mahithũkagĩrwo nĩ mũingĩ na macũngĩrĩra gũkagĩa ngũĩ na ngahĩha gatagatĩ ga kaunti icio cierĩ.
First, we have made it that this matter must be depoliticized completely. We have made it clear with the political leaders of Tharaka Nithi and Meru counties. We've communicated that they must stay away of this matter because every time they pronounce themselves publicly on the matter from both sides, we have loss of life.
Kindiki nĩ eranĩire kũhoreria ndũgamano icio na makĩria kĩũria mũingĩ wa kaunti icio cierĩ kũnina ndũgamano ciao o rĩrĩ ministry yake ĩrĩ mĩhang'o-inĩ ya gũkuruhania honge ciothe citiganĩte cia ũgitĩri ndeto-inĩ ĩyo.
And if they need to represent the interests of their people, let them approach government and make their representations either individually from either counties or even jointly. That is the way to resolve this matter and deal with the issues that are outstanding. So that politicization thing, we are going to be very strict with it, Chair, and we will do the untidy work.
Kindiki arĩtie maya mothe arĩ mbere ya kamĩtĩ ya Senate ĩgiĩ wĩigĩrĩrĩki mĩgũnda hamwe na ũgitĩri mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ nyũmba-inĩ cia mbunge ya bũrũri. Handũ-inĩ ha Mũthingi TV, rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Chege wa Njohi.
Haya turoge nginya kuria kaunti-inĩ ya Naikuru kuria governor wa kaunti ĩno Susan Kihika nĩ arĩtie arĩ wabici-inĩ nene cia kaunti ĩyo kuria orĩtie amemba a kamĩtĩ nene ya kaunti ĩyo mekire kĩo harĩ ũruti wa wĩra tondũ arĩheanaga kandarathi kũrĩ arĩa marerutaga wĩra wao mwega. Oho nĩaugĩte amemba acio macainĩte kandarathi ya mĩaka 2.5 na ũũ nĩ gũtigĩrĩra ũrĩa ũkũremerwo nĩ wĩra nĩ kũinũka atari gwiciria keri ningi nigite wira ucio ukurutwo kuringana na manifesto iria ikorirwo akihea akana iria agikorirwo akinengereria muingi.
A round of applause as they sign, please.
Gavana wa Naikuru Susan Kihika ni arutete mukana kuri kamiti ya kaunti ino riri megushika kandarathi cia uruti wa wira.
You will be seeing me as you have been seeing me on the ground and making sure that work is moving, and contractors who do not take up sites and continue with jobs, or contractors who are doing shoddy jobs will not be able to do any work in this county. Every CCM is expected to ensure that all projects, whether funded by the Exchequer or by development partners, are completed within the timelines.
Susan nioigite ni acoka kuheana kandarathi cia wira kuri andu aria mekuruta wira wao wega. Ningi niongereire na kuga akamiti acio macainite kandarathi ya miaka 2.5 na kuri aria mekuremwo ni wira ni kufutwo mekufutwo wira.
Number one, the reason I will not renew your contract na ujue hapo hiyo leo, if at the end of the financial year your department has not done its 30% share towards development, you are as good as gone. Because we cannot just be using our budgets for recurrent. Sindio hiyo? We must do development for the county. So if all you are doing in your budget ni trips za sijui which hotel, uko Mombasa, uko Naivasha, sijui uko wapi, ni chai na mandazi, actually you better resign before I get to you. When I got them vetted, I never gave anybody a 5-year contract. I gave my CECs and my CEOs only 2.5 years. I told them before this wananchi wanifukuze, kwanza mimi nitawafukuza hawa.
Niongereire na kuga mutugo wa kuhuthagira mbeca nyingi gukira iria ibangiritwo ni ugukinya muisho.
The performance contract includes the absorption of funds. The controller of the budget has written to the county government expressing the need to absorb more over the findings of an assessment on the absorption of funds between the financial year 2018 and 2022. We have rolled over as a county for that period between 2018 and 2022. The county government has not absorbed the funds very well and has rolled over projects on average about 5.7 billion in the development budget every year, which is really scary. With this contract, I'm putting my county executive committee on notice to ensure that the development budget is 100% implemented within the financial year.
Kirekereria oigete mekuruta wira wao kuringana na manifesto ira maneanire kuri muingi wa Naikuru.
Improve service delivery. I have made a commitment to the full automation of government services and processes. So we'll not only improve efficiency and effectiveness, but also promote accountability and transparency, which are critical to good governance. All CECMs are directed to inject innovation and creativity into the automation of all services within your departments.
Ndoini ha Muthingi TV, riakwa ni Wambui wa Wajiko.
With Her Excellency. Thank you.
Na riu turoge nginya kuria kaunti-ini ya Narok kuria gavana wa kaunti ino Patrick Ntutu ni aruguritie guthondekwo weru wa barabara ya mwigana wa kilomita makiria ma 1,000 ari mehariri-ini mambura nene ya El Nino iritanyitwo kura guku bururi-ini gukiri uguo ni ataririe ati kaunti iri na itanya ria kuhuthira bilioni 1.4 wakini wa barabara. Mutongoria wa aringi bunge-ini ya gibururi Dominic Lominic ni acokeire gavana Ntutu gatho kuona ati o wadi ni hetwo mwigana wa shilingi milioni 300.
We know that the weatherman has already warned us that in the next 2-3 weeks we will have El Nino, and that is why I'm going around to officially open the Maram roads that we have done for the last 1 year. We have done about 1,200 kilometers in over 30 wards, where we will commission a number of roads. The idea here is we want to make sure that the roads that we have are prepared for El Nino. Most of the roads that I've done are Maram. Some are actually just clearing the bush. And we are looking forward to really open up the entire Narok North. Narok North is one of the biggest challenges that we have.
When the governor came out with a vision of giving out projects 100 million award, it was unimaginable. I think it is the first county to realize that huge amount of money going to development.
And we have, as the county government, we have procured a moving machine amounting to 1.4 billion shilling. And they have all arrived, they are in the headquarters.
Na riu turoge nginya kuria kaunti-ini ya Kiambu kuria mukwirwo umwe ni oragitwo ni aikari a Kimende mwena wa Rari. Ino ni kaunti-ini ya Kiambu thutha wa kunyitikana mena muruna we manyitite ngari ya saruni imwe migwate makienda besha ciringi milioni 2 kuma kuri mwene kuma kuri mwene biashara urarathirwo rithathi ya nda thutha wa kuregana na ihoya riao. Mutongoria wa borithi mwena wa Rari negocithĩtie ngwatanĩro ya afitha a borithi na aikari a mwena ucio akiuga ati ni ahonoketie muoyo wa mundu utarari na mahitia.
Aikari a kaunti ya Kiambu maihoretwo ni marakara ni moragite mwikoro umwe igeri-ini ria kuiya muhuri biashara umwe anyitaniire na muruna wake uria uhonokete gikucerera. Mubiashara ucio ni arahonia rithathi ya nda hamwe na mundu umwe uria urageragia kumuhonokia kuri akora acio thibitari-ini cia Kijambe na Tigoni Level 4 Hospital.
Na gari ambayo ilikuwa mbele na dereva wa hiyo gari akajaribu kuigogesha kwa hiyo gari ili apate usaidizi. Alikuwa anapiga duru, kwa hivyo watu wakajaribu kumsaidia. Gari ingine ikamfugia nyuma, kwa hivyo haingeweza kutoroka tena. So wale majambazi ambao walikuwa ndani waliweza kutoka bio, na walipotoka nao wananchi wa area hii wakajaribu kufuatana nao, wakaweza kuwashika wote wawili, hata kama waliweza kuwapiga na mawe ili waweze kuwazuilia.
Iyo ni rivotetwo ni mutongoria wa borithi mwena wa Rari Adamson Furaha na njira ya thimo akiuga ati njamba iyo ni irendaga ciringi milioni 2 kuma kuri mundurume ucio uria uranyititwo migwate.
Ningetaka kuthibitisha kwamba jioni ya leo kuna gari ilikuja kutokea upande wa Nairobi. Wakati ilifika hapo Kimende ikasimama na ikaonekana ni kama kulikuwa na vita baina ya driver na yule abiria alikuwa pale. So wananchi wakakuwa na interest kwenda kuangalia ni nini. Lakini baadaye ikaonekana kwamba kumbe ni gari ilikuwa imekuwa hijacked huko Lang'ata upande wa Nairobi, na walikuwa wanaitisha huyu mwenye gari milioni 2 ndio wamwachilie.
Aikari a gicigo kiu ni mataririe maundu mothe maria monete na uria mahotete kuhurana na mwikoiro.
Na mimi ni mmoja wa wale walikuwa huko kwa barabara, tukasikia kuna wezi, na wakati tulisikia kuna wezi hivyo tukaanza kumfuata juu sasa alikuwa anaenda anatishia watu kwa kupiga risasi. Sasa sisi kuna njia ya tulipita yenye mwizi hakupita. Ile nilipitanga tu hivyo, mimi nilikuwa peke yangu, lakini kulikuwa na bogi nyingine ilikuwa nyuma yangu na nilikuwa na mawe. Wakati nilifika pale kuna nyumba, kuna mahali nilipata kuna nyumba. Mimi kufika hapo sikuwa najua mwizi amejificha hapo, alikuwa amesimama hivi. Wakati nilikuja kutokea tu hivi nikapatana na yeye, akanimulika tu na bunduki hivi. Mimi na mawe yangu nikaweka chini na nikamwambia asinigonge. Sasa mimi nikajaribu kujitetea maana niko peke yangu. Vile tu alijaribu kunigonga, hiyo risasi haikuwa inatoka. Sasa ndio watu waliona hivyo wakakuja, mmoja akampiga na mawe kwa kichwa akaanguka, na sasa mimi nikapata nguvu, tukaamuka tukamshika na tukanyaganya bunduki. Kabla sasa tumpige vizuri hapo, polisi wakakuja. Wakachukua bunduki na wakaangalia, ikakuwa sawa, lakini haikuwa na risasi ndani yake.
Ukirigwo ni moretia ugitiri gicigo-ini kiu wongererwo kuona ati ni hakuhi na barabara nene ya guthie Nairobi, guthie Naikuru, na no kuhotekeke imaramari kuma icigo-ini ingi no citharikire a Kenya.
Tu security hapa kwa sababu wakati wamesikia wamekuja kwa haraka. Na ushirikiano huo wa wananchi na maafisa wa polisi ni mzuri kwa area yetu. Nikana bunduki kwa sababu kwa hivyo walikuwa wezi wa bunduki. Kwa hivyo hata ni bahati ya Mungu, pengine wangeua mtu mwananchi mmoja wa Kimende.
Irivotera Muthingi TV, Jitagwo Triza Wainaina.
Haya kindu mundu gwitwo Kariuki wa Ndwati atakana mwirane ati athomeire kuu mwena wa Kimende, na riboti iyo kuma kaunti-ini ya Kiambu ni rathina kana ni rahe akanya ga ukorwo ngihumuka ndokorwo githie kuraihu kuona ati ni ndiracokereria.
Hihi ni ukoretwo githumburwo ni mwiri kana ugathenio ni murimu ta arthritis, gutengera gwa thakame, murimu wa cukari ona kana hihi kwaga hinya wa undurume, kuimba maguru na guturagwo ni mugongo, uritu mukiru, mwiri kunogerera na mirimu ingi mingi. Riu tiga kumaka ringi amu ithwe AG Nutrition International Company ni turakurehera kihonia.
Hamaritwa njitagwo Milka Jerry Wairungu kuma kwa kambuni ya AG Nutrition, ndi mutaramu wa mirire miega, kuria kambuni iyo ngoretwo ngiteithia andu kuringana na mathina mao ma mwiri ta murimu ta arthritis, murimu ta diabetes, murimu ta high blood pressure na mirimu ingi mingi. Ni ngoretwo ngiteithia andu through supplements citu iria ngoragwo nacio, ngamateithiriria na ngamahe kihonia kia mathina maria menamo.
Kwa uhoro makiria araniria na ithwe kuhitukira kifugu mugwanja kifugu imwe ithathatu ithathatu mugwanja igiri kenda kenda, na no tucerere wabici-ini citu mwena wa Githurai 45 Mag Muguga, wabici-ini ya Kayole ona kana Manyanja Business Center. AG Nutrition International Company, feel better, look better, live better.
Muthingi ni hindi turawamba no na tukiwambaga ndi haha gwikira uira ati muthingi uria turamba wihandite ka ta ihiga ria nyaigi. Nyitanagĩra nanie Muthoni wa Wambugu thiini wa tabarĩra ya igagũrĩro guku kwa Muthingi TV, kihumo gĩa gũtherema.
Kiroto kiumanite na Ngai gikoragwo gigĩa kũguna mũndũ kĩũmbe. Jesu nĩngwendete wewe wakwa.
Ikalawa ni kwiyumba kamwe na mumo wa Ngai na kubo dino ndi kwenda mundu Lord, I lift your name on high.
Na nitwacokereria guku ni kwa Muthingi TV, maya ni mohoro ma hwaini. Athi na mbere kwaraniria na ithwe kuu mwena wa Facebook ni Muthingi TV, na riu turikia nginya kuria kaunti-ini ya Laikipia kuria ni undu wa ng'aragu iria ikoretwo igithie na mbere icigo-ini iria citaumukagira mbura ya kuigana Laikipia, undu uria ucungiriirie ikuo cia mahiu. Ningi gukorwo na indo uria icungiriirie ikuo cia mahiu na ngucanio cia irio na mai. Ikundi cia arĩithi Laikipia riu ni ciambĩrĩirie mibango ya kuhanda nyeki ingi ithaka-ini, undu uria ugukorwo ukigarura maundu gicigo-ini kiu rungu rwa tabarĩra ya aikari a Laikipia matigubatara guthie matura mangi magiethera mahiu mao gia kuria.
Kaunti ya Laikipia nĩ ĩmwe ya makaunti marĩa magomeirwo nĩ wagi wa mbura ya kũigana, ũndũ ũrĩa ũtũmĩte arĩithi amwe nacio kwambĩrĩria tabarĩra kũhanda nyeki rĩngĩ rungu rwa kĩama kĩa irio hamwe na ũrĩmi FAO. Tabarĩra ĩno nĩ ĩrabatara kwĩrutĩra na kwĩyuma kũingĩ nĩguo gũcokeria mĩgũnda ĩrĩa yatiganĩirio na gũtigĩrĩra atĩ arĩithi nĩ magunĩka na ũrĩmi wa mahiũ.
Tunaweza kupanda nyasi ambayo jamii kwa sasa inaweza access nyasi kwa karibu, na to some point normal migrations to Mount Kenya inaweza kupungua kwa sababu nyasi zinaweza kupatikana from the community conservancies.
Runyajarwa Lekuruki Richard Legei augete uhandi ucio wa nyeki ni guteithira gucokia unoru wa tiri uria wathirirekeire ni ugaruruku wa riera.
Tusaidia sana kama community because ukiona kwa umbali unaona tofauti. Lakini tuko na mpango ya kuhakikisha kwamba tumeset aside mpaka nyasi ikomee ili tuweze kuona impact. So fanya miradi mbalimbali. This is one of the project ambayo tumefanya, na lengo letu ilikuwa aswa ni kufanya land restoration kwa sababu dunia imeharibika, na tunaona ya kwamba tukaketi chini kama CLMC pamoja na community, we set aside that area, it is fenced, ikuwe kama demo plot ya kufanya ili tuweze ikikuwa mzuri tufanye to relocate to the entire community.
Afitha murugamiri wa runyanjara rou Thomas Sakui na kinaugete ati mbere ya gicigo kiu gucokereria na njira ya kuhanda nyeki ringi githaka kiao gitiari na kindu ni undu wa wongereku wa muigana wa andu na mawira mao.
We have restored unused land back to productive, so at least the community now is benefiting because you are seeing here that the livestock have grazed. The household around here, we allow them to graze here according to our plan. So that, and there before it wasn't benefiting anyone, but now you see now the livestock are grazing here. The other thing is actually the community who are engaged to do this work.
Mwena-ini wa ngwataniro ya mitito CFA, abitha wa athani ni augete ati ni mateithĩtie muingi kurina mimera ya miti ya mikavura iria ikorete migonda-ini ya eka 5,000 uria riu urahandwo nyeki.
So through FAO support of 500 acres of land so far have been reclaimed from removing of punja, na kwa sasa those grazing fields tunaweza kupanda nyasi ambayo jamii kwa sasa inaweza access nyasi kwa karibu, na to some point normal migrations to Mount Kenya inaweza kupungua kwa sababu nyasi zinaweza kupatikana from the community conservancies, nyasi through reseeding program.
Kamiri wa kiama gia FAO ni augete nyeki iria irahandwo ni mithemba iria ingikura wega gicigo-ini kiu, na ho akauga ati tabarira iyo ni nyitete thinga county-ini cia Isiolo na Marsabit.
To undertake these same initiatives in 5 other sites within this county, and with the support of the county government of Laikipia, and also we are working in Isiolo and in Marsabit counties, and are taking more or less the same initiatives, ensuring or supporting the communities to do tree growing. In the grasslands, we are doing grass reseeding, where we are doing also semicircular bands and Valerani systems, which are soil and water conservation structures, to ensure that the community have enough feeds. They do not have to go into the forest. They have enough grass and feeds for their livestock within or outside the forest.
Kirivotera Muthingi TV, jitagwo Triza Wainaina.
Nao arutwo kuma thukuru-ini wa secondary wa Kibokoni marahonia nguraro thutha wa mwaki kumudia nyumba ya toro ya airetu. Kuringana na aria mekinyirie mwena uyu ni matariirie ati mwaki wambiririe nyumba-ini ino na kuria umudire kwa mathaa meri. Aciari ni mokirire na njira nene mwarimu munene na uria uhamurithirie andiki a mohoro ria makugeragia kumemerekia uhoro uyu wigie mwaki uyu.
Kamera iko sawa.
Nimekuja na mtoto wangu kuangalia kama anaendelea vipi. Nilipofika hapo Kibokoni kukawa kuna moto unawaka, hata zima moto likaja. Ninapofika pale likazima ule moto, lakini kuna watoto wengine walikuwa wameathirika, wameanguka, hawawezi. Hata mmoja akaenda hospitali upesi, mmoja akaenda darasani, manake alikuwa amepata nafuu. Haya, halafu ndivyo wakaondoka wakarudi. Kwa hivyo nimeona hayo mambo hayo, nimeyaona na jicho langu. Shule imechomeka, halafu hata walimu wenyewe wa hiyo shule ya Kibokoni walikuwa hawashughuliki, hata ni wazazi ndio wanashughulika.
Tumeshuhudia
girls dormitory ikichomeka hapa Kibokoni secondary school, na katika nyumbani kwetu tulikuwa tumepatwa na msiba. Kijana yetu alikuwa amefikwa na nyumba jana, ikanibidi mimi mwenye boma ni waamuru wale ambao walikuja kuomboleza kwetu nyumbani watoroke waende mbio pale Kibokoni secondary ili waende waokoe. Sikufanya mbaya, tumwacha mwili wa mtoto wa mdogo wangu nyumbani kwetu, lakini wale ambao walikuja kuomboleza na sisi waende wasaidie Kibokoni secondary school ikiwa yachomeka pale. Lakini la ajabu ni kwamba waandishi wa habari wamefika ili wakaweze kuchukua zile habari ambazo ziko pale, ama kile kitendo ama chanzo cha moto, wanafukuzwa. Kwa nini wafukuzwe? Na kama kuna shida kwa hii secondary school, kwa nini tusiambiwe? Na kama wanahabari wanaweza fukuzwa, ina maana ya kwamba the management knows very well the cause of that fire. Basi tuambiwe.
Agikorwo ni uliona mundu gwitwo Litaka ahana muthuri ucio wakirikia kwaria. Tukithie na mbere turike nginya kuria kaunti-ini ya Kirinyaga kuria atumia a ukuru wa miaka 50 kuma mwena wa Gicugu guku ni kaunti-ini ino ya Kirinyaga ni matafanetie bitika cia guthaka kagi mari na muoroto wa gwithema na mirimo irehanagwo ni ukuru. Atumia aya aria ni 15 magomanaga kiharo-ini kia mubira o wa gatano na kuria mathaka kagi gwa kahinda mathaa 3 ukiri uguo nyabara wao ni aririe ati nionete ugaruruku munene wa kimwiri kumariria mwajirie mathako maya.
Jina ni Susan Kagwe. Hii ni team ya wamama, tunajiita Umoja 2 Women Footballer, na wamama wako na miaka 50, 55, kuna hata 60, na kuna wale young wako na 42 hapo. Tulisema tuanze hii kikundi sababu at least mili yetu iwe na afya, na tunataka tumobilize wamama wale wengine waungane na sisi ndio tuweze kuendelea, tuwe na afya nzuri, maugonjwa kwanza hiyo iwe kando na sisi, na tuwe timu kubwa ambayo tutakuwa tunaenda kucheza na wale wengine.
Tuliza sasa na wenye tumegain weight na tunataka ku lose weight, na hata hatujui mahali kule kunaitangwa ati Slim Possible inaendangwa wapi. Ndio tunaonanga kwa TV watu wanaenda Nairobi na hatuna pesa ya kwenda Nairobi. Sasa tukaambiana tunaweza anza kikundi ya kufanya mazoezi. Sasa tukaketi chini tukajiuliza, sasa hii mazoezi tutakuwa tunafanyia wapi na ni nani atatufunza? Juu hata tukijaribu kujifanyisha sisi wenyewe tukashindwa. Siuliza sasa hii sport mnataka kufanya sports gani? Tukamwambia hata mpira tunaweza fanya, tukamwambia hata mazoezi tunaweza fanya, ila tu sisi hii mili yetu ipunguza kidogo. Juu tulikuwa tunasikia tuko overweight. Wengine walikuwa wanasema wako 99 kilograms, wengine wanasema wako 80, na tunataka tukue 65, tukue at least wamama wanaonekana wako size mzuri, na hata wabwana wasitupotee wasikienda kutafuta wasichana wadogo.
Wengi ambao wamekuwa hapa, wengi hawakuwa wanaweza kutembea kwa ubali, kupanda milima na kuinama, lakini kwa sababu ya mazoezi ambayo tumekuwa nayo muda wa miwili, wengine hata wamefurahia. Walikuwa wanasema kwamba coach, ni vizuri tuwe na siku kama 2, sababu watu tunakutana siku moja per week, every Wednesday.
Haya kogeni ate kaunti-ini cia Busia na Siaya ni cinyitanĩire nĩguo kwarĩra mĩtaratara mĩkinyanĩru ya kũng'ethanĩra na mbura ya El Nino ĩrĩa ĩrĩgĩrĩirwo kwambĩrĩria mweri ũkĩte. Ĩmwe ya mĩtaratara ĩno kana ĩrĩa ĩkoretwo ĩkĩmũrĩkĩrwo nĩ gũthũrima mĩako hamwe na mathĩna marĩa mangĩgũmĩra mũingĩ ihinda-inĩ rĩa mbura ĩno, na makĩria makĩrongoreria kũgitĩra marĩa matũrigicĩirie, ũrĩmi hamwe na kũramata ciara cia gũte gĩko. Maya mothe mamũrĩkĩtwo hĩndĩ ya gĩikaro kaunti-inĩ ya Siaya gatagatĩ ka gavana wa kaunti ĩno James Orengo na mũrunawe Paul Otuoma. Kaunti-inĩ mũrunawe ya kaunti ya Bungoma Paul Otuoma mũthenya wa ira.
We are very delighted today here in Siaya. We had a special guest, and no other than our neighbor, the governor of the county of Busia, who we have worked with for a long time in public life, and at a personal level, he's also my friend. And today we engage into discussions that we should have been able to engage more than 8 months ago, because we've got cross-cutting issues that are relevant to the people of Busia and the people of Siaya as a whole. And in that regard, today we discussed a series of issues. One of them was the question of the oncoming El Nino, disaster preparedness as neighboring counties.
My elder brother, His Excellency James Orengo, has said, Siaya and Busia, we share a lot in common. And today we have come here to make sure that matters that affect the two counties we address jointly. And one of them is what you have heard about the Yala Swamp. You know that we have got a very significant project that is going on there, supported by the World Bank and the national government. And there has been delay. This project should have come to an end in the end of this month, September, but it has been extended to next year. But that does not mean now that we should go to sleep. We want to make sure that we do that is required for that project to start helping.
Somewhere like that. So
nayo haho ne yumiritie kumana na uhaguku wa ugitiri marani guku ari kaunti-ini ya Kisii thutha wa wici wa transformer kuongerereka ugicungiriria gutharara kwa biashara. Mubunge wa gicigo giki Japheth Nyakundi augite transformer 12 nicio ciyitwo gicigo giki aikari magitigwo ndumaini, nake commissioner wa kaunti ino Tom Anjere nietetetie kanetetie mucemanio wa na kwirira aikari aya cieko ici ni cikuhuka kaimana.
Tuliamuka asubuhi moja tukapata transformer yetu imeenda. Tulipouliza wenye walichukua hatuko wajua. So tunaomba serikali na Simbarati ambaye ni gavana wetu na mchumbe wetu Bwana Japheth watusaidie ili tupate moto. Hapa nyumbani ni kisa. Wezi mmejaa hapa kwetu. So tunaomba serikali iingilie kati.
Tumekuja hapa leo kwa sababu ya uwizi ambao umekuwa sana katika kaunti ya Kisii na haswa katika sub-county hii ya Marani, ambayo tumekuwa na uwizi wa transformer. Baada ya siku mbili unapata transformer imeibiwa, waya za stima zimeibiwa. Ndio kwa maana tumekongamana hapa leo, siku ya leo, na county commissioner, county police commander na viongozi wote wa polisi na Kenya Power na RIREC, kwa sababu huu wizi umezidi sana. Tumekaa chini na viongozi na tumeelewana tutatengeneza kamiti ambazo zitaweza kuhakikisha ya kwamba tumeshika hawa wezi na wamewekwa korokoroni, kwa sababu kuna watu ambao wamekuwa wakishikwa na kuachiliwa. Lakini tumekaa hapa leo, siku ya leo, tumeshirikiana na polisi, tumeshirikiana na wanavijiji ya kwamba tutakuwa very vigilant kuhakikisha ya kwamba yeyote yule atapatikana akiiba transformer ataweza kushikwa na koti iweze kumshika na kumweka ndani, kwa sababu huu wizi umezidi sana. Na hapa Kitutu cha Chenot stima iko chini zaidi, na watu wakiendelea kuiba hizi transformer na vile stima iko chini, watu wetu watakuwa na shida nyingi. Kama juzi waliiba hapa katika hospitali yetu ya Marani, na unajua hapo kuna facilities nyingi za wagonjwa, machines mingi za kutibu wagonjwa hapo. So tumeshirikiana na tumesema ya kwamba hii kitu ya uwizi wa stima ya transformer itaisha kabisa na tutakuwa na hii shida tena. Sasa hivi transformer zimeibiwa ni kama transformer 12. Unapata zingine zinaibiwa, zingine wanatoa mafuta, zingine wana damage tu, lakini tuna uhakikisho ya kwamba huu mkutano tumekuwa nao hapa siku ya leo, kuanzia leo huu wizi wa transformer utakuwa umeisha na umekoma kabisa.
Kubaliana kwamba kamati ya usalama ya Marani imarishe doria usiku na mchana. Nambari za simu za maafisa wa usalama katika sub-county hii zipeanwe kwa wananchi, ndio itakuwa ni rahisi kupata mawasiliano wakati tuko na hii mambo ya distress call.
Na tugithie na mbere akiaria hindi ya icera riake kaunti-ini ya Uasin Gishu, Minister wa wira Florence Bore augite wiyandikithia wa tabarira ya Inua Jamii ni ukinyanire indi andu aria maikaraga icagi-ini matire marakinyirwo niguo na njira nginyaniru. Kumana na Bore ni aranire ministry yake unyitaniri-ini na makomishona a borithi matura-ini ni magukinyaniria mubango uyu niguo kuguna andu aingĩ. Kumanagia na nginya riu a Kenya 700,000 nio makoretwo makiyandikithia, no thirikari iraikorwo igitanya andu milioni 1.3 nio magukorwo makiyandikithia kahinda-ini ga ciumia cigire ciukite.
Want leaders from this region to also create awareness, to tell people to come out and register. At this level, we should be expecting that about over 1,000 should have registered. So at 13,000, we're a bit low. So we want to see what the issue is, but our officers on the ground have advised us that we should go to the interior parts of this county. Most of the registration was done in the city of Eldoret. So we want for the next 2 weeks our officers to go to the interior and register the persons with disability, the older persons, the vulnerable children that need to be put onto the program, and that's my appeal. Part of the money when they get, they should be able to get the NHIF card to be able to support them when they have sickness. Part of the money they can use it to do some little gardening. They can also to be able to get food for themselves.
No aciari kuma kaunti-ini o ino ya Uasin Gishu na aria marihire mbeca itemi-ini ria ciana cia guthie guthomera Finland ni matetete ni uria marathiururukio ni urugamiriri wa kaunti ino, makiria kurerikana ati amwe ao ni makoretwo giteng'eri-ini gia kwirwo mongerere mbeca, undu uria makomithitie na njira nene. Oho gukirikana gikundi kingi kiria kirahuthika kumahenia ati undu uyu ni wathirire riu mendekithia mao ari makorwo makirihwo mbeca ciao.
The government, the county government is out there telling people that we have been sorted, and as you can see, we are still here. The people that went to Finland yesterday were not part of us. The numbers that we have are more than 300 students that have not been able to leave the country and still want their refund. Those were 22 students who had launched their visas last year in November. So it's almost 1 year now that they have been waiting for their visas, and we are not part of that group. This is another group that wants their refund, more than 300 of us. Very unfortunate that someone has said that we are being bankrolled by a politician. There is no politician who has bankrolled us.
Kumekuwa na mazungumzo na governor. Lakini governor yeye mwenyewe alituambia kwamba hajui pesa zilienda wapi. Sisi kama walalamishi tukuje tumsaidie, tuseme tumwambie ni wapi penye pesa zilienda. Sasa sisi tunashangaa kama sisi ndio tulimchagua aweze kuwakilisha our interest as the residents of Uasin Gishu County. Anakujaje kusema kwamba atio hajui mahali penye pesa ziko. My case, I paid my money yeye akiwa governor. Nilipia mtoto wangu the year 2022 last year mwezi wa 10 tarehe 4. I paid this money. Mwenye ako liable ni Governor Chelilim, because first of all Mr. Mandago ameshtakiwa wakati alipoanzisha program mpaka tarehe 5 mwezi wa 9 the year 2022. As from tarehe 6 2022 mwezi wa 9 mpaka mwezi wa 5 watu walikuwa wanalipa pesa kwa hiyo account, including me. Who is liable for that? That is why we will go back to the street to demand. Nani atuambie who is liable in between tarehe 6 mwezi wa 9 mpaka mwezi wa 5 wakati account ilipokuwa closed.
Tunatakiwa tufanye maandamano, peaceful demonstration with Kimutai or without Kimutai. Yes. Kwa sababu hatufanyi demonstration kwa sababu Kimutai yako na sisi. Hiyo ni our right. So I think as from next week we will be on the streets kwa sababu tujapata refund yetu. Kwa hivyo hiyo mambo ingine ya kusema t-shirts sijui siasa imeingilia, Hatujui siasa, sisi we don't belong to any political affiliation. We actually want our refund.
Na tugatanya aikari acio akuma kaunti no ya Uasin Gishu ni maikorwo magitangikirwo na ihenya uria kwagiriire na riboti iyo ni igukorwo ikihekanya kangi ga gukorwo ngikiria ndugakorwo githie kuraihu kuona ati tugicokereria tugwikira matonyo mangi tuingire nginya kuria iharo-ini tumenye uria ciana cia atumia ciregarika.
Mutorera-ini uyu ni gutongana na andu mithemba yothe, anini, akuru, akeni na amwe maihoretwo ni ihoru. No haria yothe gutire utari karugano gake ka gikeno, kieha kana matina mundu anakiruka.
Ta mwana ni ndatwikire so embarrassed na hau ni ndakorirwe no tho mwingi muno towards my mom.
Ndakimenya ngoma nake tikihi. Ndakimenya nake ngoma tikihi.
Nikio nie Njeri wa Mwangi tukite na tafarira ya rugano rwaku kagia na kamweke ga gutwira maria wanagerera na githomo kiria wathomire kuri macio mothe ni o Juma thaa 2 cia hwaini guku kwa Muthingi TV kihumo gia gutherema.
Muthingi ni hindi turawamba no na tukiwambaga ndi haha gwikira uira ati muthingi uria turamba wihandite ka ta ihiga ria nyaigi. Nyitanagĩra nanie Muthoni wa Wambugu thiini wa tabarĩra ya igagũrĩro guku kwa Muthingi TV kihumo gĩa gũtherema.
Na nitwacokereria guku ni kwa Muthingi TV. Riu wanyona njikirite matonyo maumenye riu tuingire nginya iharo-ini na tukiambiriria gikundi gitari gia githirikari gia Football Foundation for Africa nimokite na reciria ria kuramata mbĩtĩka cia gĩtarũ kia Africa niguo ciagirire na kurora mathina maria magumagira athaki guku gĩtarũ-ini gĩkĩ kia Africa na kuringana nao mbĩtĩka ici ciagirirwo gukorwo igithakirwo guku na athaki a gĩtarũ gĩkĩ magirire gukorwo makiramatirwo guku handu hakugurwo ni itarũ ingĩ nigutemeire riboti iyo ya uria kigomano gĩkĩ gĩkorirwo gĩgĩthie na mbere.
And football clubs in Ghana on creating shared value. So we're looking forward to hear more about.
Gĩtarũ kia Africa ikoretwo muhari-ini wa mbere kuruta athaki mahambataga mbĩtĩka thaka no gwitarũ ingĩ igoka kumagura mathakire kuo ni undu ucio kiama gĩtarĩ gia gĩthirikari gia Football Foundation of Africa gĩkona ni wega kiramate mbĩtĩka cia gĩtarũ gĩkĩ. Muthenya wa mbere wa kĩgomano gĩkĩ nonire anyitite mikuma thĩ handũ ya ruma gũka nĩguo kũheana mawoni ngũrani wĩgiĩ mbĩtĩka ũrĩa cingĩramatwo.
You can really enrich with values the project you have, the clubs that you have, that you manage on daily basis, because we start to look out and train future players that can really make career in that. We can also learn new social aspect, and then they can bring back those to their families.
Mũmbunge wa North Hall Aden Wario nake nĩaheanire bata wa mbĩtĩka ta ici na nyitwo mbaru nĩ seneta wa Samburu Hezema kuria maugĩte mbĩtĩka ici nĩirehaga hamwe ndũrĩrĩ ngũrani.
And you know, sporting activities are less pronounced in the pastoral areas. That's why
founded the pastoralist sports with a sole aim to support and develop talent through that platform. And we would hire a school during the holidays and then bring youth from both communities to live in that school for about a week together, and then we'll have entertainment and poem. and I could see that these people were now learning that our neighbors are not actually bad people. And from then, we're even seeing more intermarriages among these communities. We are seeing people loving and living together. So I'm really grateful to God for that opportunity and that call to do that. But a lot of problems we've been facing is financial problems, obviously. So we've been trying to look at how we can have scholarship opportunities. We started with a lot of sports. We had volleyball, we had netball, we had football, which is very popular and very loved of all.
Nyumba cia mohoro na citinatigwo na thutha kuria ciorotetwo ni gukumia mbitika cia gitaru kia ruraya na kuria maugite mathina maria mageragira.
They will tell you that, you know, broadcasting in Africa is 600 million fans, you know. They can tell from their reason that there's so much, you know, in terms of those numbers. So it becomes a power conversation when you know your numbers and you can be able to quantify your value and qualify your value and say that this is what we're worth and ultimately this is what we deserve and, you know, have that negotiation conversation. So Tanzania is doing better than us because over the last maybe 7 years, they've been very consistent on understanding their value. Their, you know, the 2-3 teams, I think Yanga, Simba, and Azam have been very focused on the fan conversation, the fan engagement conversation. They know their numbers, and they understand that that is where their value comes from, and that is their value proposition.
Nigoko mukawa-ini wa Weston goko ni kaunti-ini ya Nairobi kuria kigomano giki gia thiku igiri ya kuramata mbitika cia gitaru kia Africa ikorirwo ikihurwo cabi kuria maundu maria maragithie na mbere kwariririo ni maundu megie mbitika cia gitaru kia Africa no uria mangikorwo makiagirithio. Ngiribotera Muthingi TV njitikaga Wambui Njau. Haya, tugithie na mbere ikereka ria final bitika-ini cia golf cia fegi ya NCBA nitanyitwo kuhanika weekend ino kiaro-ini kia Sigona Golf Club. Makiria ma athaki 200 ni matanyitwo kunyita itemi bitika-ini ici ari kwi mathira tigiti wa gukorwo magithaka bitika iria igagithakwo mweri-ini wa Dithemba.
Go through.
You're welcome.
Haya kugeni ati timu ya gibũrũri mbĩtĩka-inĩ cia ngundi ni mamathĩte tigiti korwo makigira ikereka-inĩ ria semi-finals. Nĩ thutha wa muthaki Elizabeth Andiego kuhota Onela Southard kuma bũrũri-inĩ wa Ghana, no muthaki Teresia Wanjiru na ĩkorirwo akĩhotwo mbĩtĩka-inĩ ĩno nĩ muthaki Cynthia Temetayo kuma bũrũri-inĩ wa Nigeria.
Kwa ushindi. Naweza sema opponent wangu nimemjua kutoka 2019, so nilikuwa nimemsoma kidogo. Nikajua through my experience nitaweza kumcontrol. Nimetumia ujuzi wangu kuweza kumcontrol each round at a time. Formula yenye nimeanza nao round 1 nimecheza nao hadi mwisho, na nashukuru nimepata ushindi. So ni kuendelea tu mbele one bout at a time till tufike kuchukua tikiti. So na shukran kwa watu wote, kwa ma coaches, ma teammates kwa support.
Haya, ngatho cia mwanya kuri we waikorwo ugiikarania nanie au niho ndekira gaturumo mohoro hwaini wa umuthi agoro gigitambura amwe wa aria maikorwo makinjariria kuria kugerera mutambo-ini wa Facebook na gwiraga we niwe gitonga giakwa ndingiaga gugutambura mundu gwetwo Mwengi Pirates ndaikorwo ngikuona macho ngatho cia mwanya Kariuki wa Ndwati ona ndaikorwo ngikuona mundu gwetwo Kamishore Capri ona ndaikorwo ngikuona Jeff Blue ngatho cia mwanya acio no amwe waria maikorwo makinyandikira message kuria mwena wa Facebook na ninge njokerie andiki aito a mohoro ngatho ni kurunga akana ni gukorwo magithiuruka account ciothe 47 nigetha maikorwo magituhariria report icio muhariria muthenya wa umuthi amwe mundu gwetwo Kariuki wa Ndwati haria mwena wa directing amwe mundu ogwetwo Erico na ninge mundu wa guku mwena wa graphics ni mundu ogwetwo Litaka nie cemani muthenya wa rucio getika Wambui Njau me urikanagia ati we wa bata raria mwaki.